Well, good morning. Exciting times. Thank you for coming to the new C.A. Frost Environmental Science Middle High School ribbon cutting ceremony. Yeah, pretty cool. It is. Well, I met most of you all, but to introduce myself, my name is Greg Ramey. I am truly a proud employee of Grand Rapids Public Schools and serving as principal of C.A. Frost, and I love my job. I do. Look around. This is why. Words cannot begin to describe how excited the students, parents, staff, community, and I are about finally getting to start school in this beautiful new state-of-the-art facility right here. Highlights of our school include several things. I will run through a few of them. Won't take very long, 45 minutes or so. One-to-one technology for our students. One-to-one technology. A robotics lab. An outdoor classroom. Low energy, high efficiency lighting in each room. Our school now provides our students an open canvas of 11 acres to create their dream outdoor classroom to learn about how to better serve our environment. We have water bottle refill stations and also provide disposable free meals, which include allowing our students to serve their own school community by washing their own plates, their own glasses, their own silverware. You know, these two additions alone keep all of our styrofoam trays, plasticware, and any water bottles out of the landfill, resulting in a significant reduction to our waste stream. As many of you may know, C.A. Frost had been a K-8 school, but thanks to the vision and leadership of our great superintendent and the Grand Rapids Board of Education, Frost is expanding to a PK-12 school to meet the needs of our students and parents and provide greater access to these high-quality schools of choice for Grand Rapids Public Schools. We couldn't do this without our leader, and I'm really excited to introduce to you and ask you to please join me in welcoming our fearless and visionary leader, Superintendent Teresa Weatherall Neal.
Thank you, Mr. Ramey. Thank you for that introduction. You know, on behalf of not only the Grand Rapids Public Schools, but I have one of my board members here with me, Reverend John Matias. We are all so grateful. That's right. This was an extremely heavy lift for the board members as well, but they embraced your transformation plan, not my transformation plan. When we launched this a few years ago, actually almost 5 years ago, it's hard to believe, we said we would do this once. We'd go big, we'd stop the churn, and we'd do right by children in this community. And that meant making the hard call to close 10 of our schools, including this school, Colville Elementary. That was hard for me, it was hard for the community, and it was hard for the board members. But we knew we had to do the right thing. We said we're going to invest in our families, we're going to invest in our children, but most importantly, we're going to create a stable environment for the Grand Rapids Public Schools. And here we stand 5 years later. 5 years later, and we are getting ready to cut the ribbon on the new C.A. Frost High School. Unbelievable. You guys, we are one of very few districts across the nation that's doing this. And we in this community, we said we'd do it for our kids. Since the transformation plan, we've not closed any more schools, which is good. For years, we kept closing every year, a slow drip. But not only that, we've opened new schools, and that's unheard of. Along with our C.A. Frost, we've opened our museum school, We've opened our new Montessori program, and we will continue this transformation plan, your transformation plan. It's the right work for this community. It's the right work for these children. But it couldn't have happened without our taxpayers. And so for that, I say thank you to people in the city of Grand Rapids for believing in your children, for believing in your school system. That November vote changed the lives of generations right here in our community, and I am so grateful for that. You know, I can only do so much from central office, but I want to say thank you to one of my cabinet members, Ken Colville, who is sitting right here. Ken is a part of my team that I meet with on a daily basis practically to figure out what's best for children. He's a director of facilities, and he has behind him an awesome crew that made this happen for you guys. Hardworking people, because they believe in you. And then finally, I just want to thank our partners, Isaac, I saw you somewhere. Isaac, Norris, Associates in Triangle, they built this school for you guys, so thank them. That's right. You can see the love and the care when you walk through this building of the people that touched it for you, for our students. And for that, again, I say thank you to this entire community for doing this for our children. And I'm going to turn it over to Ken.
Good morning. This is one of the most enjoyable parts of my job. We get to finish something, show everybody, and we turn it over to the staff and the students to use it. And so congratulations to the students. And I'm still struggling not calling it Colville, but it is the C.A. Frost Environmental Science Middle High School. You got to come up with an acronym because that's a mouthful. Just wanted to welcome Grand Rapids Fire Department. They are not here. There is not a problem. They're not here for a problem. They graciously moved the Rapid bus stop onto their property for better access for our students, and they were invited to the breakfast. So, as was said before, we took a closed elementary and converted it to a middle high school. It's the perfect building to pair with the original C.A. Frost, which is now a pre-K 5. We have 6th through 10th grade here, and it will grow up the next 2 years to be 6th through 12. And we're just really excited about what can happen here. There's 11 acres here, about half of it's wooded. The staff and students will be developing the nature trails on the north side that will also be open to the public. We spent about $7.7 million on this conversion. $7 million was from our bond money that was so generously approved by our community, and $700,000 came from our warm, safe, and dry sinking fund. I did want to point out the teams that worked on, so if you have a chance to thank them, from Isaac Norris Associates, Isaac Norris, Tad Boltema, David Norday, and Tiffany Thornton, Ken Rigler from Comprehensive Engineering, who worked with them. And then on the construction management side from Triangle, Craig Datema, I don't believe is here. We have Jim Connor, April Bolenbach, Dave Chrysler, who I don't think is here either, Ryan Long, and Hannah Peer. Just thank them. They did a tremendous amount of work. Including last weekend. There were a lot of people doing a lot of hard work to get ready for Tuesday. And I also want to thank Fred Myers for bringing our custodial team in this weekend to follow up and make sure we were ready for school. What we put together, there are 21 classrooms. 2 of them are e-labs. One is a robotics room and one is designed as a chemistry room. We have new restrooms. We have offices. I'm not sure, new offices here. The old office was much too small. That's an addition. We have the e-labs on the north side, which are an addition, and the gymnasium, which is an addition. The gymnasium is not yet complete, so PE is being held outside. We have air conditioning in the building, so I'm not sure why we're sitting out here in the heat. We could be inside comfortable. We air conditioned everything but the main hallways, and we redid the heating system. It is essentially a brand new building within an old building, and so what I want to say to our students is enjoy it and the best of luck to you. We have two students that are going to speak, so I'm going to introduce them, and I'm not sure who's going first, but we have Abby Vargas and Micah Garmin.
Good morning. My name is Abby Vargas. I'm a sophomore at this beautiful new school. Well, not entirely new. As some of you know, it is a new renovation of the old Colville Elementary. Being a former student of Colville Elementary, I've noticed the changes that C.A. Frost has made for the better. Walking down these hallways is a new experience for many students, even me. But some days, there are days where my mind takes me back to the old Colville and how things used to be. A few things that C.A. Frost has added for the better of the students and environment are things like the water bottle refill stations located on mostly every drinking fountain, which cut down the waste of plastic water bottles, and we also have the ability to learn in an environmental-friendly outdoor classroom, which many schools don't have the privilege to have. I'd like to thank Superintendent Teresa Weatherall, the school board, staff members, and the Grand Rapids community for making all of this possible. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone, and my name is Micah Garmin. Now, I didn't go to the first Colville school, so everything that I've seen in the school is all fresh and brand new to me. But things that are good about C.A. Frost and how they're pushing to make everything new and pushing towards the future is having things like one-to-one technology, which we have, are stuff like the Chromebooks, which we're using to get rid of the paper and not having to put that into the environment. And then having a way to get away from the lack of communication between school and home. And after that, we have things like the LED lighting. With LED lighting, that is more power efficient than fluorescent lights, and they are dim and able to go brighter to use for students who aren't very comfortable in many different kinds of lights. And also what we have is reusable trays and utensils. With that, it cuts down on pollution of different types of disposable things like disposable trays and silverware. In having that, we make a less impact on nature, and with that, we would like to thank everyone for helping C.A. Frost become what it is today.
Great job. Thank you, Abby and Micah. Wow, exciting. Well, what do you say we cut a ribbon? All right. So the folks invited to be part of cutting the ribbon, if you come forward, please. I also have students Afton Glenn and Edith Garcia come forward, and we'll go from there. Folks, at this time, would you please stand and direct your attention to our colors as the ROTC from Union High School raises our flag. I will now ask one of our student leaders, Brian Andre, to lead us in the pledge to our flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, folks who face this way. Thank you so much for coming. That does conclude the events for today. Sophomores, the good news is I will share with you, you have a choice of going back to class, or I can feed you sausage and pancakes in the cafeteria. It's your call. All right? Thank you, folks, so much for coming. Have a great day.